day continues from the great city of Chicago, where it was just as warm as it was in Miami today. It was 80 degrees. Everybody was out. It felt like summer. And it feels like the late spring matchup we saw last year in the Eastern Finals and may see again. The Miami Heat taking on the Chicago Bulls here at the United Center. Mike Tirico, Hall of Famer Hubie Brown, Heather Cox with you here at the United Center. The headline story tonight, as the guys told you in the studio, no Derrick Rose. The MVP injured his groin first half against the Knicks. Tried to hope he could practice today, couldn't. Hubie, without him, what will the Bulls do to try to hang in this game?
Well, first of all, you're giving away 25 to 35 points. Plus, he'll get to the foul line 10 to 15 times, putting fouls on your front line. C.J. Watson, this is his 9th start. Double-figure score, shoots the three at 43%. Excellent team leader. Big thing tonight, can they stop Miami in transition?
We're going to watch Miami go through their normal routine before entering the floor. The Heat lost to Orlando in overtime last night. What are you seeing from Miami here as we watch them move through this season?
They know this is a big game. They're still one game behind Chicago on the loss side. So they're going to come out with all their weapons. The big three are playing great basketball. LeBron James is having one of his best seasons throughout his career.
Miami at 31-10. They've won 12 of their last 15 games here on the season. LeBron James sharing a laugh over there with one of the guys who just got doused with the powder as LeBron gets set to go up against the Bulls. Second meeting between these teams. The Heat won game one on ABC NBA Sunday in Miami, 97-93. Mario Chalmers, Dwayne Wade, LeBron. Of course, D. Wade comes back to his native Chicago. Chris Bosh and Joel Anthony for the Heat, who are 31-10. And for the 35-9 Bulls, who've won 10 of their last 11, C.J. Watson, as Hubie told you, along with Ronnie Brewer, Luol Deng, who returns after missing the last couple of games with a wrist injury that continues to bother him throughout the season, and Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah. Eddie Efrush, Scott Wall, Sean Wright, sent by the league to officiate the game. And here we go, the two best in the East, but the Bulls, of course, significantly handicapped without the MVP, Derrick Rose.
Now we're going to be watching the two best half-court defensive teams in this league. Well, all of their games are usually close, half-court encounters, not a lot of points scored.
Here's Bosh, waited, twisted Noah into the air, Boozer the rebound for the Bulls. So, as mentioned, Hubie, Chicago 7-3 is the correct number in games played without Derrick Rose this year.
Well, there's a lot of pressure on Deng and Boozer to have a big night, and then Watson to keep the defense honest.
It's fine by Deng. Noah goes to the basket and breaks the scoring seal.
Now, when you watch Chicago, they're the #1 team in this league in assists. They have great ball movement, screening on the baseline, down screens, everyone unselfish.
Fans react to the third leading scorer in the NBA, LeBron James, averaging 27.5 points per game. He'll be guarded by Deng early on.
Well, he's having his best shooting year at 55%. Now, you think about that. That's a heck of a jump from 51. He's playing a lot below the foul line area.
C.J. Watson will watch that ankle that he injured. He has had an injury-plagued season. Watson's had 4 different injuries that have kept him out of the line. And here's Bosh from the top, rebounded by Boozer.
Big thing tonight when you have two great defensive teams. Can you hold people to one shot? Can you take care of the defensive board?
Noah goes to the basket. Bosh there waiting for him. And here's LeBron guarded by Luol Deng.
That's a great matchup, Mike, with Deng and LeBron James.
And Noah came to double, trap it, get it out of his hands, and Ronnie Brewer, who had a very good game here the other night against the Knicks with 11 points. Boozer over Joel Anthony. Good putback, 2 tries, but Brewer couldn't get it in, and Anthony got the board.
Now, it just isn't one guy with Chicago. They are the best offensive rebounding team in the league, close to 14 a game.
Here comes Noah as the Heat have opened 1 of 5 here at the outset. Mario Chalmers, it looks like he injured himself, or maybe just got hit below the waist.
Oh, they want to go high-low here. Nice. Nice.
Pass by Boozer, finish by Brewer.
Mike, you see they're counting on the double team. And anytime they go high-low, Noah's an excellent passer. So you can either post up Boozer or his substitute, Gibson. And then if you double team, they're coming out of that left side corner.
Chalmers fights through the pain. Bosch inside. It's going the other way. An offensive foul drawn by C.J. Watson, sneaking in. First foul there. We mentioned the Derrick Rose injury. It happened against the Knicks on Monday night. The MVP takes his sixth leading scoring number, 22.5 per game, to the bench. He told us before the game when Jeremy Lin blocked his shot, he landed awkwardly. Thought it was just a Charlie horse trying to work through it. But the pain in the second half was significant, and after the game as well. MRI, nothing happened. Rose got to practice this morning, couldn't participate in the shoot-around, and is out here for tonight, and is termed, like everyone, day-to-day.
Big thing with him, Mike, not only the points are significant, it's the assists and the rebound. Oh, baby!
See, when you're out for a couple of games, you can bank in a three like Luol Deng just did.
Well, by adding Watson and Deng to your lineup, both guys are shooting 43% in threes.
Noah deflects it. Wade has it. The Southside Chicago native with 6 on the clock gets in the lane and gets 2.
Different types of defenses here. Miami is going to play the passing lanes, try to go for the steals and the forced turnovers. At the other end, Chicago plays soft defense, cutting away the lane.
Give me the hit high-low again. Nowhere to Boozer that time.
Well, they're catching them fronting, Mike. Anytime that you front, they're taking advantage of it because they have 2 excellent passers from that high post area in Deng and in Noah.
Deflected out. It will stay with Miami. Mario Chalmers sees a lane to the basket, had it deflected out. I don't think either official knew how it happened. He's going to stay down here with Miami. Heather, more on the injury to Derrick Rose.
Well, Mike, it was a horrendous 24 hours for Derrick Rose yesterday, and what he told us was the worst day of his life. Yes, he said the worst day of his life. It started yesterday morning when he had an MRI on that injured groin. Then it continued to get worse. He was fined $25,000 by the league for comments he made about officiating. Then yesterday afternoon, he was in a car accident when he was rear-ended. Fortunately, no one was hurt, guys. They say he's day-to-day. He said it's killing him to be out tonight. You can feel the intensity.
Yeah, it's certainly been a place he has not enjoyed being on the bench so often this year, 11 games out. But Hubie, the Bulls have responded on the defensive end, and the fans recognize that.
Well, they love this team. They love them because they fight you the entire 48 minutes. They're an excellent defensive team, and I told you, tonight, this is a tough game to referee at both ends because you have 2 of the best in differential. They're 1 and 2. They both play physical defense. They cut off the lane, and they're both excellent shot-blocking teams.
Timeout, 7.5 to go. Bulls going to take 20 here. This early 3-point lead. Miami has opened 3 of 8 from the field here, Hubie.
Well, you see, they catch Bosch again up on the top side of Boozer. Now, they'll look for that high-low. Now, right here, you go to the basket, Noah at 7 foot is an outstanding shot blocker. And anytime that you have 2 guys out on the floor that can block shots, also put Deng in that category. Deng is Chicago's best defender, but he's matched up with LeBron James, so he's got a tough evening here ahead of him.
From C.J. Watson off the curl, waited for Anthony to leave. Nice dish down to Noah. Anthony comes over, makes a block. Boy, his defense at the rim, couple of blocks already, has really been good the last month or so.
Well, he's in there, Mike. He's very athletic, quick feet, and he'll sacrifice his body, shot blocking and rebounding. That's all he has to do, and everyone will be happy.
Undrafted 50-year out of UNLV, 29 years old, Joel Anthony for the Heat. LeBron spins baseline on Deng, and James 2 of 2 to start the night.
Now he jumped back about 6 feet, okay, while he was in the air, and then has the audacity to lean back and shoot up over the top of Deng.
James and Wade, all the points for Miami in the early go. Cut by Brewer. Almost didn't reestablish himself in bounds as he came on that curl, but he scores to give Chicago a 3-point lead.
See, right now, Brewer is doing a terrific job of running without the ball on the baseline. That's a major part of his game. You can't fall asleep on him, plus he's excellent on the offensive board.
Right back to this play, which has worked early on. Miami getting James taking 12 to 15 footers. He knocks down the same 3 shots to start the game.
Mike, he got a piece of that, too. Deng got a piece of that, okay? He still knocked it in. But that's what I like about LeBron's game now. They're putting him down in the post or off the post and 15 feet down, and he's playing great.
Brewer deflected out by Boozer, but thought Deng was going to come get to it. Instead, Chalmers is back the other way.
You notice no double teams now for Deng or Brewer. They're relying on them to play Wade and LeBron James one-on-one.
Watson 3. He's off the mark, and James on the board with the outlet for Bosch to Wade. Big 3.
Now that's what you love about the big 3. The 3 of them are unselfish. They can score, we know that. They can shoot foul shots, we know that. But they can really pass the ball. That was a terrific catch in the air and look to catch a guy cutting. Beautiful.
Again, baseline. Brewer one more time. There it is.
Okay, he continues the back door out of that corner. Now why? Because they're catching the defender, LeBron James, twice now, turning his head to help out, and Brewer goes without the ball. And you notice how he's sending it down? Two-handed.
Like you always say when we get to playoff time.
Right,
no soft stuff.
No, that's exactly right. This league, they throw it back.
How about 4 for 4? Nope, LeBron first miss on that turnaround on the left box. Watson, who got his career started at Golden State, was very good in a reserve role last year here. Contact going to go the other way. They'll call Deng for the offensive foul.
Well, see, Deng was so excited, Mike, because he had a mismatch. He called for the ball. But when you make that spin move, you cannot come back over the defender.
And Deng's going to get a technical foul as he lingered too long with his disappointment with Sean Wright. Technical foul called.
Now, this is just a great pass. Watch up in the air and then finding the man in that left lane. Great team play. Now look at the other end now. This is great movement by Brewer. LeBron goes for the steal, where he's always in the top 10.
First quarter here in Chicago, the Bulls lead by 1. We'll have a technical free throw coming for Miami, as LeBron James and Dwayne Wade have done everything so far for the Heat here in the early going.
Well, I also like the fact that at Chicago, at their end, the Bulls front court have 6 assists and 6 field goals. And Boozer has 4 assists. But you got to give him a lot of credit because they're running that high-low stuff to perfection anytime you front the postman.
Wade banks the tee in.
Just keep an eye on this now on a high-low. Deng down into Noah. Noah and Deng run extremely well without the ball. And then Boozer is catching Brewer coming out of the opposite corner anytime he gets double teamed. He just loved the chemistry, loved the unselfishness.
No changes in the 5 for either team as Bosch goes to Wade. Working on Brewer again, solo, no double comes. Wade trying to draw the foul and looks back to Sean Wright for the call as Watson brings it the other way for the Bulls.
Well, he loves to post up on that left box.
Good speed by Watson, but he grabs that ankle, which is injured, and that is what you feared on those drives here for C.J. Watson, who has missed the last few games with a sprained left ankle, and on the drive, his first game back, he went grabbing for that. Now the Bulls in reserve tonight have re-signed Mike James for the 3rd time this year. He had been here with a couple of 10 days, and they have John Lucas III. They're going to watch and see how Watson does off that ankle.
Watson is a double-figure scorer. He gets you 10-plus points a night. A terrific assist guy, can run the break, and then also rub their continuity. And you must play him because he's a 3-point shooter, high percentage. And then you have John Lucas, who has been the backup during the season while Watson was out. Watson has missed 17 games here. And then Mike James has come in, filled in beautifully, and according to Tibbs, said that he's won at least 2 games for us.
We'll watch Watson here, see if they go at him with Chalmers. Of course, he's starting because Derrick Rose is down with a groin injury. A lot of different injuries for the Bulls this year. Watson can't move anything on this ankle, so see if they give Chalmers some space to operate. A 3 from Mario is off, and Boozer the rebound.
I tell you, he's laboring right now, Watson. There's no doubt about it, Mike.
That's got a sprained ankle. You're going to take a 3, you're going to drive at it.
That's right.
You know? Boozer catches the circle. Try the high and low again. Noah. And rebounded by Wade.
Now, before the game, they work all their big men out, even the starters, down in the post area and in the paint for those jump hooks, left and right-handed.
Wade working around Haslam, who checked in at the last dead ball. Knocks down the shot to tie us at 15. 7 makes by the Bulls. James and Wade. Rest of the team 0 for 5.
Okay, you got to press him. You got to pressure him.
Watson couldn't stop on a dime there. Barrels over Haslam. And it's called for the charge.
Yeah, now Eddie Rush was right on top of that. Thibodeau was upset. Watson's upset. It's an excellent give and go. Watch the return pass. Look for the defense. The defensive guy was definitely inside the circle. That should have been a basket. That's why the people are all upset. They can see the fact that the heels were both inside of the defensive circle.
And even so, you can see Watson couldn't stop on a dime to limit the contact with that ankle injury. Shane Battier is checked in for Dwayne Wade. We have a defensive 3 seconds called on the Bulls. And a free throw coming for the Heat. Bulls were very frustrated with the calls in the game Monday against the Knicks. That, as Heather told you earlier, cost Derrick Rose the $25,000 fine.
Well, Mike, that was a quick call. There was another isolation for LeBron James. This time, though, up above the foul line. So all 4 other offensive players were on the other side of the floor. So Thibodeau is up there. Naturally, he's challenging it because he's saying, come on, give it a little bit slower of a count here.
Batty in the find. James attacks the basket. The bang in the bucket, a Boozer foul. And LeBron comes to the line for a 3-point play after the break.
Well, you can see early on why he's shooting 55% for the season. Once again, they catch him down inside. If you go for the steal and don't get it, he's so physical that he'll take anybody strong right to the rim.
That guy Boozer's only 6'9", 266 he ran into. James bounced right off him. Conference there you see the Bulls pacing everyone now at 35-9. So 3 of the top 4 teams in the league, and the Sixers, who are sitting right around the 8th spot right now, coming up in our Friday night doubleheader. James completes the 3-point play. Miami leads by 4. QB, it's been all LeBron and Dwayne, all 19 points.
Yeah, and we said at the other end, Deng and Boozer must get going. Between them, they have 2 field goals, 1 each. That has got to change. They got to get some good looks at the basket.
Taj Gibson into the game for Chicago, replacing Boozer as Deng misses on the drive, and Udonis Haslam has it for Miami. Heat in a long stretch of road games. LeBron for the offensive foul, coming across and battling Deng on the ISO.
Well, there's going to be a lot of feistiness here. There's no doubt about it. Keep an eye on LeBron. See, he pushed them off with the left hand. Easy call. But you always try, because you are playing being played by one of the best defenders in Luol Deng. Remember, Deng is 6'9", 6'10".
Taj Gibson hits it from the corner. What a game he had Monday night against the Knicks.
Well, with Gibson and Boozer at the power forward against the Knicks the other night, they had 30 points and 20 rebounds.
8 of those Gibson rebounds on the offensive end.
Oh, it was terrific.
As James continues his hot start, 5 of 6 from the field. He has a dozen points.
See, by running that motion and then catching him in a one-on-one situation, Mike, the double teamer can't get there even if he puts the ball down because it's such a good spacing isolation.
Watson looking none the worse for wear off that ankle injury. Noah couldn't pull that offensive rebound in, and back comes Chalmers. Final 4-star for Kansas, Mario Chalmers. Dribbles to open space and missed the 2. James on the check out of Deng, and Deng's going to be called for holding. and pick up his second foul.
Right, while that ball was in the air, LeBron James went right into the chest of Deng and just continued to move him back. Keep an eye on it. Now watch to the left of your screen. See LeBron got a good facing on him and pushed Deng right back. Deng grabbed onto him to prevent the easy layup.
Well, Deng to the bench with 2, and Jimmy Butler, the late first-round pick, 30th overall. Rookie out of Marquette checks in. He'll be guarding Battier. With a right show for LeBron. Brewer picks him up this time on the turn. James is short. Anthony keeps this trip alive, and here's James down the lane to flush it with the left hand. And LeBron has more points in this first quarter than Cal has scored in that awful first half that they just played in their first 4 games. South Florida leading Cal 33-13 at halftime. Watch it on the tape. Tough release. Gibson inside fighting. That's all he did Monday night was keep trips alive.
You have to sacrifice your body. At the NBA level, the toughest thing is to get an offensive rebound, especially at playoff time or when you're playing the super plus 500 team, because there's so much body contact going on and the size of the people. But this guy Gibson has a nose for the ball. And Mike told you earlier he had 8 against the Knicks the other night on the offensive glass, a total of 13. But right now, Mike, they're having difficulty getting good looks at the basket. The offense is not getting them wide open shots. They're not getting in transition because Miami continues to get to the foul line or shooting a good percentage.
Kyle Korver, Omar Sheikh have checked in for the Bulls. Their second unit on the floor, and it's Gibson.
He loves that area. He loves that midpoint area, which is halfway between the rim and the distant sideline in the corner.
See if LeBron goes 2 for 1, picked up by the rookie Butler. Spun him, shot it short. Anthony keeps it alive.
What a job he's done in his first quarter. Anthony has really done a terrific job on both boards.
Norris Cole, the rookie out of Cleveland, stayed in for Miami, replacing Chalmers. And he swings it to Battier, who's missed his last 10 3-point shots. Clock at 5. Rookie Butler guarding James. Missed it twice, but the trip stays alive, and the shot clock is off. And LeBron loves these situations with the shot clock off. Pass Butler. A Sheik comes up with good defense. Too late, no basket. And LeBron had 4 shots in that trip in the last minute, and Miami shut him down.
I tell you what, that last play, Mike, there were all kinds of guys in white shirts challenging the shot. Plus, there was a lot of body contact.
Guys were coming out of their stands.
That's right.
On help defense. They're well taught here in Chicago. All 23 for the big 2 of the big 3. And after one between the 2 best teams in the East, the Heat lead by 4.
Welcome back to Chicago with Miami head coach Eric Spoelstra. And coach, all 23 of your points from LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Are you content with that, or do you need to get more people involved?
Well, obviously, yeah, we'd like to eventually get more people involved, but they were both able to get some deep catches. We wanted to play out of the post, and we'll see if we have to make an adjustment from here.
The Bulls, Derrick Rose, a last-minute scratch. How, if at all, does that change your strategy tonight?
It doesn't. For us, they have the best record in the league. We have a chance to tie them in the loss column, and we're 4-3 since the All-Star break, so we're trying to get our game back.
Coach, thank you.
Okay. Heather, thank you. And Eric Spoelstra. Hubie, what about as Butler takes the shot to start the second and misses? What about that approach that you heard there from Spoelstra about going up against the Derrick Roseless team?
Well, the main thing right there is what he's emphasizing is that go to LeBron, stay with him in that one-on-one situation left of the lane, challenge Deng, try to get Deng in foul trouble. He's missed the last couple of games, so, you know, he wants to put pressure on Deng. Now, at the other end, we can see what's happening here. They're not getting good looks, meaning Chicago. Not good looks, not high percentage shots once we got into the second 6 minutes of that first quarter.
Bulls have open 8 of 22. Good defense by Taj Gibson. Wade had the high release. In transition, Butler to the basket.
Oh, no. Come on,
Gibson goes to get it. Gibson again.
Come on. You got to get a better shot than that. You just can't go in there and throw it up on the glass. Fortunately, Gibson, once again, like we told you, he's not assuming that you're going to make that layup.
Taj Gibson out of USC has 3 of those 5 Chicago offensive boards. Wade off the curl. He, Bosch, and Haslam handle on this trip. And Udonis knocks it down. They're also out there with Norris Cole and Shane Battier. Entire second unit as John Lucas III runs the point for C.J. Watson now. With Gibson, Ashik, Korver, and the rookie out of Marquette, Butler.
No, you got to get moving.
It'll be Butler for 3. Rimmed it out. Good fight by the point guard. Lucas listed at 5'11", keeping the trip alive.
Now they have Battier on Korver, and the big thing is Korver is one of the best that we have in the league at three-point shooting. He's a catch-and-shoot guy. He doesn't put it down on the floor well. Nice remove.
There he is.
Nice.
And there it is.
Isn't that great?
Korver.
See, you double team on that left wing. The ball went into the corner. Diagonal pass right to the opposite side. They'll look for the free man. They'll make that diagonal pass as good as any team in the slate.
Korver had 26 the other night against his former team, Utah. Ball on the drive, discards Lucas. Offensive foul called on the rookie out of Cleveland State.
It's not easy tonight, Mike. You put the ball on the floor, you better have something to go. There's your double team. Pass into the corner. You see the 3 black shirts? Okay, we have an advantage on the other side of the floor in a 2-on-1.
And you say, so why is Battier? Because you just said he's got Korver, a good shooter. Why did he leave? Because he's got to come to the middle there.
That's it, yeah, except the only main thing there for Battier is whatever the strategy is tonight on the game plan, you can see they're trapping everything out on the wing. So now you've got to go to the next rotation. Well, these 2 teams, Mike, are all about rotation. You don't rotate here, you don't play.
Taj Mahal.
Hey, we're going to come and do all their games because when we come here, he'll be in the All-Star game.
He's going to fly us in. We have seen a bunch of good Taj Gibson games over the last couple of years.
Well, I'll tell you, he's a very unsung hero here. But the coaching staff loves his game.
Wade on the pitch out, 5 to shoot. Cole wanted Bosch. Didn't have him. Rambles through the lane. Gibson the block. Running out is Butler. Chased by Wade. And one Marquette guy fouls another. And Jimmy will come to the line on the other side of this timeout.
Now that was a great block by Ashik at the one end. Now right here you're going to see a strong move right down inside and a great thunder dunk. Send it down strong.
The Bulls bench has 11 points. And Chicago's taken a 1-point lead without their MVP leader tonight. For that Miami community, this is his original hometown. From Chicago, went to high school about 20 miles from the United Center, and then went to Marquette, starred there, took him to a Final Four, had a great triple-double in a regional final, and Jimmy Butler's the latest Marquette product to make it into the NBA. Hope you were with us a few nights ago. We told you the amazing story for Jimmy Butler over the years and his route to the NBA. Very hard and difficult route. Our colleague Chad Ford, ESPN.com, wrote an amazing story about Butler's path. If you get a chance to check it out, to do so. Guy you'd root for. Bulls here on a 10-2 run, and Lucas is called for the wing out and the foul.
Now Tibbs is really upset. Mainly because that was the second guy. Battier hit John Lucas in the backcourt. When they tend to power forward or center down, you run the guy off. Well, John Lucas pushed it off, and then when he came over half court, it happened again with another player. So the referee called it. Well,
Bosch 0 for 4 tonight, gets the first basket to go, and he'll come to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
With this group out there right now, the emphasis on Wade and Bosch. They'll emphasize these 2 players as their main 1 and 2 options every time.
You remember last year when the big 3 were coming together and the team was in search of an identity. Chris Bosch was very candid with us during the playoffs, said, I think next year, meaning this season, he'd really find his role and be more helpful. Do you think he's been better this year?
Absolutely, and he's playing with a ton of confidence. He's shooting 49%. He's over 80 on the line, and he gives them 18 points. No different than last year at playoffs. Right through the entire playoffs, he was the most consistent guy when you look at rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Look at what the big 3 did last year compared to this. You see the points, very close to similar. Wade down, but remember Wade had injuries and missed a significant number of games.
Yeah, but Mike, see, the other two guys are going to get more shots than he is.
Let's wave that off. They say Sheik touched it while it was in the cylinder. It looked like he was waiting for it to come out.
Yeah, this is close.
Yeah.
Remember, the ball has got to have a chance to go in. Is it coming off the rim? All right, well, you see.
It was in the cylinder.
Yeah, it still did not clear. No, he's right.
Scott Wall, good job.
Yeah, good call.
I'll leave it at 28. Bonds from that right side. And it's rebounded again by Gibson. 4 rebounds for Taj. At 8 points, he leads the Bulls in scoring. Lucas, a floater.
He can score. He looks to score. In his limited time, he's averaging 6 points. And he can get down in there. He's very feisty coming off that pick and roll or pick and spot up.
On the switch, Korver has Cole. Battier is being guarded by Lucas. And Bosch spins a Sheik. On the contact, no call. And look at a Sheik chase it down.
Nice.
Korver
2-on-1.
comes away. Runs to the line and looks for a secondary break. And Lucas will work it out of the wing. Gibson. A Sheik on the board, and Bosch is right there and did nothing but be a spectator.
No, that we say that is the spot right down there for Gibson. He loves that spot. But how about a Sheik now? 2 great defensive plays.
Gibson the block. Lucas the save. Butler's got Korver going to the basket, and he draws the foul. And listen to these Chicago fans. They love their team and the effort tonight.
See, this second group is great because they have shot blocking, they got 3-point shooting, and they defend the ball. Now watch this, another block here for Gibson. Great play by John Lucas, which starts the break. Now how about a Sheik in this one right here? Saves the ball and gets his club going. This is a working man's town, and they love this team. This team is 12 to 13 guys deep. So if they get a guy get out, they move a guy into that second unit, and they don't miss a beat.
I don't know if it was John Barry or Magic in the studio who said before this game, and the run now is 17-5 for the Bulls. Maybe it was Wilbon because he's the Chicago guy who talked about it as Miami takes a timeout. Without their star, you know one team is going to give you an effort like this, and it's these guys because they do it night in, night out.
They live on their defense. They live on their camaraderie. They love one another, and they love on their coaching preparation. Every player tells the same story.
Murray State. LeBron's going for the Cinderella story. It's LeBron's Final Four.
Well, Murray State's had a wonderful season. I'll give the Bulls a lot of credit here. Their bench is 7 for 13, 19 points. The starters, 15 points on 6 out of 18.
Great reverse attempt by Wade. He couldn't finish that one.
A Sheik, once again, makes you change your shot as you're coming to the basket. All big guys should just watch this. Not a lot of jumping ability, but he's strong in the upper body, puts his hands up, and he just doesn't leave the floor. He doesn't try to block the shot.
Gibson from the circle. Short. A Sheik keeps the trip alive. Korver triple. Got them all!
Okay, the Bulls have 3 guys who shoot 43%. You have Deng, you have Watson, and you have Korver. And then Lucas shoots over 40% also.
Foul on Gibson. Trying to get around the screening action there. Here's Eric Spoelstra getting on his team for allowing the Bulls to get on the offensive glass.
Let's make the adjustment right now. All this is they're playing harder. If we want to win, if we want to win this game, we got to play harder. Right now, they're just racking it up, guys. 8 offensive rebounds.
Well, he's right, 100%. They're getting out-hustled, and they're getting out-hustled by the second unit. And then what's happening now is this group is getting good looks at the basket.
A turnover, 4th one for Miami. At bench mob, as they were called last year. 22 points here for Chicago, 22 of the Bulls' 37. And second chance points, boy, they beat up the Knicks 24-8 on Monday night. They're 12-2. Second chance points tonight, and a lot of them coming from the bench, as you see.
Nice.
Dang triple.
There you go.
The lead is a dozen for the Bulls.
How about that pass? The pass to Noah in the middle, then to the corner, and then back out to the arc.
Haslam has it slapped away by Boozer. Threw it right to D. Wade, who finishes.
That's too bad. That was a great defensive play, and unfortunately, looking for the quick pitch out, you always have to be careful with LeBron and Wade hanging in the backcourt and going for the pitch out steal.
Just try to turn the corner. That's off the Bulls, and it's Miami ball.
Now just keep an eye right down in here. There's a great strip right there by Boozer. Now he tries to get the break going. See, there's Wade. Instead of running back, he's playing the pitch out man.
Joel Anthony has come back in for Miami, so the Heat return to their starting five after a 23-7 run. Has put Miami down 10. Second meeting between these two teams. The Heat won in South Florida by 4 in late January. James finds Wade cutting. Noah, terrific block. Brewer finds Noah diving to the basket over Anthony. Timeout, Miami.
This is just a great defensive play right here. Noah, when you think Noah and a sheet, and then when they kick it out on the break, how about the unselfishness? Look for the trailer. Reward that trailer running down the floor.
We've been here for 3 days, and we were talking at one of the meals we've eaten here this week, how much we both love this city and its sports fans. And you've talked about over the years that you've been in every building in the NBA, coaching or commentating, and why this place and this city has such a special connection with teams, especially like this group.
Well, this is a well-coached team that plays hard every single night. They never give up on any quarter or in any game. And then the team is deep. They don't make excuses. They've had all kinds of injuries this year. And look, they have the best record in the East. It's just great to watch, and you love the camaraderie between the people and the players. I mean, the noise level in here tonight is outstanding.
Absolutely.
Now, I want to bring up a fact. This quarter, the rebounding is Chicago 13, Miami 1.
That's right. Right. That was the first one. Right there. Bosch just getting that offensive board. And that's why the rebound margin is so lopsided. Here comes Bosch for a couple. Very big part of the conversation. Remember when his free agency came up, where would he go? Would he come here to Chicago?
Well, he's the third man here, Mike. He gets the third amount of shots between the big three. All right, they get 18, 14, and then it's 18, 17, and then 14 shots. And then he just plays within his role. He never forces anything. He's an excellent 17 to 21-foot shooter. He's a great post-up player, and then also off the dribble. You can't foul him. He shoots over 80%. He's a very humble guy. He plays the full court position for you, and then he plays the 5 with that second unit if they only want to rotate 9 guys.
For his talent level and his CV, his career accomplishments there, his stats, he has fit into this role very well with Wade and James.
Yes.
Sloppy pass by Noah, out to Deng, that's deep. And rebounded by Wade. You know, Miami, in the bat of an eye, can get you on a comeback. Wade wanted the call. Brewer has another takeaway. His defense has been good here tonight.
Yes, it has.
And it is most nights. Somebody's free. It's Lucas. It's 3.
Yes,
John Lucas the third.
There's no hesitation with John Lucas Jr.
Bosch fighting Noah. Wanted the ball. Chalmers dribbles into some trouble. It's Bosch at the end of the clock. Wade the rebound. And Boozer brings it back with Deng.
Yeah, I like their transition game, Mike. They hold you to one shot, they fight you for the second shot, and then they get out. They continue to put pressure on Miami to get back. Now, can they continue this type of game for 48 minutes?
Lucas feeling it. Oh! Two rims it in on the deep two. Some kind of half here for the Bulls. 10 Bulls have scored. Bosch rattles one in, so Bosch having a little turnaround here after a very poor start to the game. He's got 7 points now, but his shooting still poor, 2 of 9.
Now this group right now for the Bulls, just use your clock, make sure you get good shots.
Oh! like you were saying. but you made the point before. Chalmers got hit on that one. Spoelstra's taking another timeout, and these fans are loving it. For these Chicago fans to continue to keep the Heat in their sights. Of course, the Miami Heat beat the Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals in 5 games last year. 16-point Chicago lead, 50-34. Good job at the timeout as James Jones hits Dwayne Wade inside. And Eric Spoelstra has to be really unhappy with the effort his guys have given in the first half.
They're getting out-hustled, Mike, but the 3 ball is killing it. The second unit has scored 30 points of the 50 for Chicago. But altogether, they are 6 for 9 with the 3 ball. And we told you that they got 4 guys who are shooting over 40%. Oh, he got hit. Come on, he got hit.
James Jones.
Right.
Block to LeBron. Oh, he goes up and throws it down.
This is what you got to watch out for now. You know that Miami's going to make a run at you, and you don't want it to happen. They've just cut it now down to 12. You got to get a high percentage shot or get to the foul line. You continue to attack the basket.
James came from behind, knocked it away from Noah, wanted to foul. LeBron, the contact is drawn.
Good
An
call.
offensive foul.
Good call.
Drawn by John Lucas III, and Spoelstra's got to be careful. Spoelstra right in the face. Really hot about the call.
Yeah, he's hot.
And he got the tee.
He got a tee. When you're making that move to the basket, as long as that guy is there, and the key is he doesn't have to be standing facing you as long as he's there. Now keep an eye on him. Watch this. See, John, he takes that. There's no doubt about that. That was an easy call.
Second technical of the game. Luol Deng for Chicago got one earlier. That's also one of those tees you're trying to get your team's attention that you're bringing passion tonight. Join me here.
Well, we're happy for John Lucas Jr. because he's getting a good shot here right now, and he's answering the bell. We all remember his dad, the #1 pick in the draft way back, and then he was also one of the top tennis players at college tennis. John Lucas Sr. was on the pro tour as a tennis player as well as playing in the NBA. Really a great talent. I'm happy for his son because he's had a lot of disappointment, and he's worked his way up from the development league, being cut, going on different teams, but he's found a home here.
NBA National TV Big Board. Friday night, Miami goes to Philly. We'll see that game. And San Antonio at Oklahoma City. And TNT on Monday, March 19th was Chicago, Orlando, Dallas, Denver. First game of our doubleheader tonight, Indiana beat Philadelphia. On the takeaway, Heat back the other way with Chalmers. Trying to get it under 10 before the half.
You're going to force the double. You know that.
Good pass, good defensive rotation.
Yeah, I tell you what. Now, Ronnie Brewer has had a great defensive half here. He's doing all of the intangible things that you ask guys to do. Running without the ball, rebounding, deflecting passes, and then playing his man.
He also has great bloodlines. His dad, part of the Final Four team in Arkansas. LeBron just looks so smooth at that size with that move.
I know, you look at it and you say 6'6", 280. I mean, it was like a ballerina. It happened so quick.
Good job here to come back a bit for Miami. 6-1, this little run. Deng has it blocked by Wade.
Nice block.
James with the clocks almost synced up will circle back. Now left free, so he attacks. And scores. All of a sudden, it's a 9-point game.
Yeah, so you got to be careful, and that's why we've had to bring that point up with 2 minutes to go. You can't say, hey, you know what, we're up over 15. Things are going to, no, you have to come down and take high percentage shots, take care of the basketball, and then at the other end, you got to make them work a little harder.
Final seconds, Lucas inside, wild attempt. And we do get a whistle with 1/10 of a second remaining.
Now, that was just all effort by Noah. Noah was all over that offensive board.
Toyota halftime report coming up. The guys back in Los Angeles. The latest on Dwight Howard's future, which seems to be changing every 15 minutes. The coaching change in New York. Knicks won by 42. J.R. Smith and Steve Novak hit 13 threes for the Knicks after Mike D'Antoni was fired, or excuse me, resigned earlier today. Parse those words as you choose. So the Bulls will take either a 10 or 11-point lead into the locker room. It'll be 11, and a very good half for Chicago.
Chicago's defense only gave up 42 points to one of 4 teams that are averaging over 100 a game, and then they in return put up 53, which is highly unusual against Miami at halftime.
34-point second quarter. John Lucas III, one of the big reasons, standing by with Heather Cox.
Mike, thank you, John. Congrats on a great first half. Describe what it's like to be in what appears to be an incredible zone.
You know, we're playing great ball as a team right now. We're doing exactly what Tibbs tells us to do, and we're executing our plays. And, you know, as long as we stay together and stay as a unit, we have a real good shot.
Not very often you see a guy of your size take a charge from a guy of LeBron's size. How did that change things for you guys?
You know, that just shows energy. You know, I want to come out and play my heart out. You know, D Rose is out, so it's time for us guys to step up. And, you know, I felt like it was my time to step up because our captain went down and our leader went down. So as a unit we are, you know, we all step up.
Impressive effort, John. Thank you. Mike?
His journey, Heather, has taken him to China, Spain, Italy, the D-League, as you mentioned, Baylor, Oklahoma State, John Lucas III, with a great part of a team effort by the Bulls in the first half. 53-42. Miami got the early start at a 4-point lead, but outscored by 15 in the second. We'll send you to Michael Wilbon, Magic Johnson, Chris Broussard, and Brent Barry's brother for the Toyota halftime report next.
Points where it's 12-4, and that's just all hustle, and that's what Spoelstra is speaking about. We cannot allow this to happen in the second half. Now, you know, Miami's going to make a run here.
Right.
Can the bench guys shoot a high percentage? But like we said, Deng and Boozer got to get going.
Yeah, no Derrick Rose, the MVP, a groin injury when we were here on Monday night. That Bulls second unit really did the job. Time for the Never Settle performance, brought to you by H&R Block, and it is a lot of that reserve group again.
Oh, this is Gibson from the corner, 2 of his 8. Korver knocking in a 3. He was 2 for 2 and 3. And then a Sheik doing a terrific job on the offensive glass. He's been big. Couple shot blocks and changing shots. Now you can see right there, C.J. Watson sprained his ankle, and then John Lucas III came in. Not only the 11 points, but the 4 for 4, and he did an excellent job in the transition game.
Watson had missed the last couple of games, missed a bunch of games this year, and filling in for Derrick Rose, who's out for the 11th time this year. Heather Cox, what's the story on the Miami side?
Well, Mike, the message coming out of the Heat locker room is to match the intensity. They said it's not about making changes. It's about, quote, doing it smarter and doing it harder. They also need more out of that second unit. They said the bench has been outscored 31-2. We need that second unit to contribute. He said our second unit, they're a bunch of spot-up shooters. We need our big 3 to get going so that they can open up our spot-up shooters. They also want to get more stops so they can play their transition game and get some easier buckets.
That's what they do so well, Heather, in this new offensive mindset for the Miami Heat this year. Eric Spoelstra mentioned it to Heather. It hasn't been a great start out of the All-Star break for Miami. This is their second game of a stretch where they have 8 of 11 on the road, and it's against good teams. So Orlando, they lose in overtime last night. Chicago, we see them in Philly on Friday. They also have Oklahoma City and Indiana and Boston in this group of road games. So the Heat will be tested here to start this month of March. and on through to the final month of the season. It'll be Bulls ball with 9 to shoot.
Yeah, I expect them to come out here right now and tighten the screws from the defensive end. Now, you saw there was just an awful lot of real nice movement here, but nothing happened. Nothing opened up for them.
Same 10 that started the game. Start the second half. Luol Deng chased by James from behind. Touched it while he was out of bounds. 5 seconds left, and you can see that attention on the defensive end from the very first trip.
100%, Mike, no doubt about it. Now remember, C.J. Watson is back in there for the first group at Chicago. Now you only have 5 seconds.
Deng inbounding in front of the Miami coach, Eric Spoelstra. And Watson with the high release. And it's rebounded by Chris Bosh.
Big thing right now for the Chicago Bulls, you got to show good defense here and then take away this early energy from Miami.
Will the other guys come along in this second half? Only 2 points outside of the big 3 in the first half. Wade Trapp tried to throw it off Deng, who tried to save it, but it's going to stay down here with Miami. Luol Deng missed the last 2 games. Hubie, he has a ligament injury in his left wrist that has bothered him and will bother him. He wants to play for England in the 2012 Olympics this summer in London. That's why he didn't have surgery. He has to play through pain the rest of the year. Chalmers stepped out of bounds. He's pushed out of bounds. Says Sean Wright, and the foul on Noah.
Now, it's a tough call, really, because anytime that you go behind the backboard, just watch what they do here. Let's see if there's contact. There's the contact right there. He catches him with his left shoulder, Noah. And then all of a sudden, the player is going to fall out of bounds. I like this. Go right at Deng.
They isolated a lot with James early on, and LeBron continues his good game. 10 of 16 from the field, 22 points for a guy whose stats are always good, and they're even better this year. Noah guarded by Joel Anthony. Watson bounces it right back to Joakim.
Right, they'll give him that. They'll give him that outside shot where he's dangerous if he's in the circle and the paint.
James and Wade, quick, and Tom Thibodeau wastes no time. 87 seconds into the third quarter, takes a 20-second timeout. Big bounce back here by Miami. 12-3 run over the end of the first at the start of the second. Miami 1-5 on to the Eastern Conference Final champions, to the NBA Finals where they lost to the Mavericks.
I like the timeout by Tibbs because this first unit was 6 for 18 in the first half. They came out 0 for 2 right here, and then James has 8 of the last 10 Miami points.
Watson draws the defense, gets it to Noah, and the foul as Joakim tried to go up to the basket. Hard fouls like that one on Joel Anthony. It's been typical of the playoff series and the regular season between these teams.
Mike, if you're going to go down inside the painted area here against either of these teams, they're going to force you to make a sensational, strong move, or they're going to put you on the foul line. They're not going to give you an uncontested layup and then pretend that no one rotated. Here, if you don't rotate and then you don't challenge or take the charge, they substitute for you and you don't get back in again.
One more coming for Noah, so let's take a look at the big board one more time. We've got Miami and Philly, San Antonio, Oklahoma City. 3 of the top 4 records in the NBA on ESPN Friday. Spurs then play Dallas on NBA TV Saturday night, and on TNT Monday. Chicago will be in Orlando taking on the Magic, and Dallas taking on Denver. Who knows what will happen with Orlando over the next few hours with the trade deadline. And Dwight Howard's back and forth seesaw throughout the last 24 hours. Off the foot of Bosh, it'll go to the Bulls.
Yeah, I like the defense that time by Chicago. Did an excellent job. Give Miami a lot of credit. Now, they ran a lot of continuity, but it was defense perfectly.
Watson off the screen on the side. Got hit as he threw it to Boozer. Carlos way off on that one.
So Boozer and Deng have got to be productive in the second half. Nice.
Back the other way, Watson. Wade tried for the chase down block, but couldn't get there.
Right, it was nice to see him accelerate, Mike, once he made the steal. So the ankle, whatever they did, you know, through the rest of that first half and that halftime, it looks good right now.
Yeah, C.J. Watson came down awkwardly on that left ankle on a drive in the first half. Chalmers pushes his way to the basket, and he'll come to the line.
This is just a good move by Wade. Back pass, all right, bad angle, and then Watson. Now, Wade ran him down. We know the best guy in this league in running people down is LeBron James. But Wade gave a good try.
Now, if you would have just done this, you would have gotten there. Mario Chalmers at the line on that 08 championship team for Kansas, most outstanding player. Of course, won that title against a Derrick Rose-led Memphis team. QB, it was interesting what Eric Spoelstra told us about Chalmers. He said he's not playing at the level he did before the All-Star game.
Yeah, well, rightfully so. In the first half tonight, 0 points.
Right.
And then also Cole. So at that point guard position, no points. No field goals.
We're free. Off the mark, and Chalmers goes up to get the rebound.
Big thing right now, Chicago's got to understand, if you're going to shoot a bad percentage, you cannot give the transition game to Miami. That's where they thrive in coming back.
Dang deflection, shot clock at 15. Heather told us as she checked on C.J. Watson, no treatment needed in that halftime break. Nothing extra, able to come back out. They stayed with John Lucas III. He was rolling the hot hand. Yeah, Heather's always working, you know? 3 days here in Chicago, she's full of energy. Wade knocks it down from the outside, and
now Brewer
Came back to
played him. He played him beautifully. He played him on the dribble. He forced him to go for the long jump shot and a fade, but yet he knocks it down.
the passes aren't easy now, and James took it away from Noah. Bumped by Dang, and he'll come to the line for a couple. You feel like the vice is closing a little bit? A technical foul call on Joakim Noah. Noah wanted a foul call on the other end, and he's going to be called for a tee here.
He thought he got hit right there on the steal by LeBron James. Now at this end, Deng was trying to foul early so that they'd take it out on the side.
Deng, as you said, was unhappy with it. Let Eddie F. Rush know about it on the way back down. So LeBron shoots the tee here. It might be a 4-point game.
Like we said earlier in this game, this is going to be very difficult to referee. Now we know the first half, all that hustle. See right there with the grab down the arm and that, he thought he was fouled. And then at this end, Deng thought that he fouled LeBron out past the top of the circle as he changed direction going to his left.
Neither team has missed. All 20 free throws have been made.
Oh, you lucky rascal.
Do we ever get credit when it doesn't go wrong? When we don't jinx them, we never get credit. For the first miss, we get blamed.
I like what we saw in the first half, the fact that Miami only got to the foul line 6 times. They're one of the best teams in the league. They get there 27 times a game. So the Chicago defense was good, kept them off the lane, and that's what you must do in the second half if you're going to continue to keep the lead.
7 in a row for Miami. The Bulls had a 50-34 lead. They were up 16 late in that second quarter. Watson loses Chalmers. Bruiser not as confident on that shot right now. Only 1 of 3 here tonight. Watson gets bumped, and he will come to the line as Chalmers will pick up the foul. And the pace is slowed here in this third quarter.
Well, I like the move by Watson. He had the alley because we were right there. It's right in front of us. And then when he made that move, Chalmers had to foul him from the rear. He tried to go with a steal from behind.
There's the first miss of the night.
Just keep an eye. See, he sees the lane right there, and you can see the grab, and then also to try to go to sandwich him to get a steal.
Five-point Bulls lead. They are 7-3 in the 10 games that Derrick Rose has missed this season. Toe injury and a back injury early on. Been big concern for the Bulls without their best player. Bosch had nowhere to go. Good defense by Noah.
Great defense. He loves to spin to the baseline, keep him behind the rim.
Brewer was anticipating the Heat flying to the basket. He gave it up, but he got it back from Bosch.
I tell you, he's really nice to watch. Coaches love players like him. He does all the dirty work, all the intangible stuff.
Dang.
Nope. Struggling here. See, he and Boozer on their last 2 shots, we've had 2 air balls.
Right. Deng is 2 of 8. Noah's 2 of 7. So it's a 5-point lead. You can shop NBAstore.com now. You have the best selection of Miami Heat and Chicago Bulls gear. Choose from jerseys, t-shirts, hats, and more. NBAstore.com. One store. Every team need a little shot clock reset here after the air ball. And we are back at 9.
This first group for Chicago tonight, they've been disappointing. Disappointing in the fact that they can't score the ball. They're getting decent looks at the basket, but shooting a poor percentage.
Starters have a total of 27 points and continue to struggle here from the field. This trip kept alive, and Watson knocks down 3.
Remember early on we told you they have 4 guys on this team. Deng, Watson, Korver, John Lucas III, who all shoot over 40% in 3.
21 more points behind the line for the Bulls. Chalmers gets in the paint. Got to finish that. Here's Dengler the other way. Trying to go behind the back. Again, that left wrist sore. Brewer. Bump by Anthony. Got it. And 1.
Excellent recognition by the Chicago Bulls. They make it, and then the movement without the ball. Ronnie Brewer, how about the adjustment in the air? Changing hands, playing the glass with the left hand.
Little spurt here by the Bulls. Chance for a 6-0 run. Eric Spoelstra takes a timeout with 7:04 left. The Chicago lead back up to 10. He's top 15 in the league in points, field goal percentage, assists, steals. Leads the league in fast break points, LeBron James, and always plays terrific here in Chicago. Best road points per game by arena here, and then just up the road in Milwaukee, number 2 at Madison Square Garden, 3rd. Heather talked to LeBron, who's off to another great Chicago night here this evening.
Yeah, Mike, I talked to him about his success on the road, and he said, you know, I've always played my best on the road. All my 50-point games have come on the road. I'm more focused. There's fewer distractions. I get more rest. And then he joked, when I'm at home, my kids, who happen to be 5 and 7 guys, are up at 7, wanting me to play video games. I could say we all are the same. You know, we all get a lot more rest on the road, and he certainly has had the best games when he's on the road.
I hope my kids are asleep. No video games in the morning before school. What is that? Chalmers on the teardrop. That was easy as Miami got inside and gets it back to single digits as we approach the halfway point of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, C.J. Watson got lost on that screen, and then there was no man picking up who played the game, who set the screen.
That was the first field goal for Chalmers. Noah attacking Anthony. And left-hand finish again for Jokie.
Now that's just sheer size, because Anthony's about 6'8", really, 6'9". Noah over 7 foot, long arms, and he knew, just get me down in there and I'll get that jump hook.
Chalmers on the take. Couldn't finish it. Watching the board. Here come the Bulls.
Good hustle by Boozer, keeping that alive.
Chalmers poked it away from behind from Watson that time. He wanted it, pushes it up to LeBron. Deng and James saw this throughout that Eastern Conference series. LeBron in the lane. Big step back now, 27 points for the 2-time MVP.
Now Deng played him once again extremely well off the dribble. Did not let him get to the rim, but the fadeaway jump shot is the neutralizer.
LeBron grimacing a little bit, grabbing that right leg for a moment. Deng a 3.
Now they are now 8 for 11 in threes. But the big thing is Deng has 3, Lucas has 2, and Korver has 2. They're better shooters.
Man, all 3 made field goals for Deng. Our threes, he is top 15 in the league, shooting about 42%. Bosch the fake and the free throw line take.
Oh, he pulled a string on that.
Tough night shooting for Bosch. 2 of 11 for Chris. Want another one from Deng.
Oh, boy. I kind of think he surprised everyone with that one.
On the mismatch coming back, James guarded by Watson. Bank fell down, Wade missed the three, and on the rebound action, loose ball foul on Boozer of Chicago.
See, they get a break there, right there, mainly because Boozer zoned that off. Keep an eye here. This is just a great move, a jump left-handed hook. Can you, as a big man, shoot the jumper with both hands? Now, this is just good ball movement, opening up the three once again. Two passes out of double teams will always open up against the best defensive teams, and you're seeing it here tonight. Because Chicago will make the second pass out of the trap, even a third pass.
And it becomes necessary because of the quality of defense both of these teams play.
No, they're not going away after the first pass, Mike. And that's called teaching, coaching, drilling, and then also your players.
James missed the deep two. Anthony trying to get the rebound, pitched out inside. And before a 3-second whistle, Ronnie Brewer's called for his second foul, and that puts Miami into the bonus with 4.5 to go here in the third. I want to ask you about Chicago and the start they got off to here this season. Because they opened up 15-4 in January, 11-3 in February. A great start to the month of March here, on their way to the best record in the league at 35 and 36-9. Many people thought it was because of the second unit that they have. Everybody returned, essentially. So many key pieces. So they started from third or fourth level as opposed to other teams who were just getting started, figuring each other out and new systems.
Yeah, all right, but then they also put Rip Hamilton at that two-guard position. He was averaging double figures. He's missed 29 games. And then also Rose missed 10, Deng missed 9, Watson missed 17. They didn't miss a beat, and they have the best record in the East and the best differential in the entire league at 9.3. That's great team play.
Brewer chased off the line. Wade slipped. A Sheik pitched to Watson with the clock at 4.
Come on, there it is. He's open.
Brewer 3. It is 9 for 13 shooting the three for the Bulls here tonight. They've outscored Miami by 27 from outside the arc.
When you play against great half-court defensive teams, they take you out of a lot of stuff you're running. Now it comes down to your ball movement inside of 4 seconds. Can you reverse the ball and get that shot?
Wade has it slapped away by Brewer. Last touch by Chicago. Just 3.4 seconds to shoot.
Main thing right now on the inbounds pass, do not allow your man to cut into the painted area and get an easy shot.
And the Bulls on the bench are pointing out defense. Yep.
Yeah, they're in the zone right now. In the zone.
Battier missed his last 11 threes, trying to punch it back in. It dances on the rim. And coming the other way is Watson. Pull up pop.
Nice.
Basket's going to be good, and we're going to have a loose ball foul.
Yeah, and that's too bad. Now, right away, the coaching staff of Chicago is very upset. I liked how Watson handled that break. He came right down to the foul line area, pulled up. You're going to give me the space. I'm going to shoot and make the shot. Right now, Chicago's claiming that it was a,
flop.
An incidental contact, etc., and so forth. Right. But the man did do a tumble on the floor.
Battier comes to the line for the first free throw. Mike Miller is not in the Heat lineup again tonight. Second game he has missed with an ankle that he injured Saturday against the Pacers. Mike continues to find stretches of health and then gets injured. And he's such an important piece with Battier to spacing, defense, rebounding, and those corner threes when the big three get attention.
And not only that, Mike, he's a great rebounder, and a lot of people forget that, and that's what Eric Spoelstra said to us tonight. Because in the last 6 or 7 minutes, when we go to that big unit, and then they trap, that offside guard coming down has got to rebound the ball, and they really missed Mike Miller at that time. Plus, an excellent three-point shooter. He's #1 in the league at 49%.
When you say go big, they take out the point guard, either Chalmers or Cole, and they finish with LeBron, Wade, Bosh, those other guys. Dexter Pittman is checked in as Watson slips and falls again. Fouled by Chalmers, and he'll come to the free throw line.
Well, you got to give him that. You got to give him that because of what you just gave on the play before. Okay,
Right.
you got to give him that. Now Chalmers tried to play him as best as he could, but as he tried to turn the corner, lower body contact. And just keep an eye right here. You're going to see a little push, a little grab. All right, there's one push, and there it is. See, that's easy. You can keep your hands up all you want, but it's the lower body they're looking for.
All 3 Chalmers fouls have come in this third quarter. Norris Cole's going to come in. So is Kyle Korver.
Watson's an 80% foul shooter, but it's because of his inactivity. He's been out, more than 5 games because of that ankle injury. When you come back tonight, everyone is expecting you to play like Derrick Rose. That's what the effort that they want. They want to see it at both ends.
It's a great luxury for Thibodeau and a great job by his coaching staff of having their guys ready. Derrick Rose is out. His replacements, Lucas 11, Watson 11, getting 22 points from the point guard position. When your MVP, who gives you 26 a game, 23 a game this year, is on the bench. Cole inside to Pittman. Sheik trying to block the shot. Got a body in addition to the ball, and Omar is called for the foul.
Well, they could have called that early. They could have called it early, and then on the bump. But then Sheik did a very nice job. And you notice, now watch it, you see, he could have called it early on the first thing. And now that was an offensive foul with the hip, and then the block. But they could have called it on the spin move first.
Dexter Pittman, his second year out of Texas. Spent 4 years with the Longhorns. A nice hand for John Lucas III as he comes back in off his 11-point first half. Bulls trying to get game 2 of this regular season series. They swept the Heat in the regular season last year, then won game 1 of that Eastern Conference final by 20. Then Miami won the next 4, and then the matchup that they played in South Florida 6.5 weeks ago.
Oh,
Korver slipped on the curl. It gets to Gibson. Sheik on the weak side rebound.
hey, when things are going good, they're going good.
That's right.
That was like magic, what we just saw right there.
Seen a number of guys slip here in this third quarter. It's a very hot day, as we mentioned, and of course they play hockey in here. The Blues and Blackhawks played last night. Dang blanketing LeBron. Gotta go. Clock at 2. Over the rebound.
See, once again, Deng plays LeBron great off the dribble. He's been consistent all night, but LeBron has just been elevating and just getting fadeaway jumpers.
Job by Batty in the post to knock it away. James at the line, shoots 3, and got them all. He's not shooting nearly as many threes, just his 85th attempt of the year, but he'll be shooting it at a career high.
That's it, 40%, Mike. He's just like cut down on the shots, get more shots, foul line down, 55 from the field, 40 from threes.
Got out of trouble there, got Korver over at the three-point line. Went for the basket, did a Sheik, and the offensive foul is called. And Thibodeau's displeased again.
Give a lot of credit to that double team right there. They've got to see what's going on. Now this is just good basketball, good defense by Deng. You're going to see the good move now. He forces the fade away shot. Well, there's something you can do with that. That's playing great defense.
And then on that next possession, James able to get it at the line to get the 3, and here he is for 2. Off the heel as LeBron has hit 30 points here in the game tonight for the 18th time in Miami's 41 games.
Right now, the coaching staff wants him to slow down here. Take advantage of the last minute and 20 seconds here.
Korver. Cole on the push, and nobody with him, 1-on-4. He's usually a green light guy. If he can spot the rim, he gets to it. Udonis Haslem. Rebound by Pittman, and James is open. LeBron rattles home the second 3 the Heat have made, both from James, both in the last minutes.
Remember we said now, right before the half, they made a little run, and now they're making another little run. They get back in here, try to get it down under 10.
33 for James on the way to one of his big nights. Lucas has a toe on the tape, too. And he stays on fire, has not missed a shot he's taken tonight. screen. Todd Gibson picks him up defensively, but he's a good defender as well. It's to Cole for three. And a rookie knocks it down. So Miami's hit 3 threes. We're going to have the same thing here. We're going to have a loose ball foul after a made basket again, I believe. And Kyle Korver is going to come to the line as we had a foul on Battier inside. Let's look at what LeBron has done on this 33-point night.
Well, you like what the fact that from 17 feet down, that's where the majority of his scores are. And it's just nice because that's how he's been playing all year long. You can understand the 55% from the floor. And I like the fact that he's now rationing out the three-point shots. He only takes them when he's moving in a transition game or the clock is down. And he's shooting that solid percentage.
5 of his 22 shots coming from outside of 15 feet, really. Here tonight. Jimmy Butler comes in as the Bulls go small, as Miami does the same here in the last 25 seconds. So you always enjoy watching games. Coaches, every possession's important. Miami makes the move. Thibs makes this move here, so you have the ability to switch everything in the end of the game here, the end of this quarter.
Yeah, the main thing is that the referees allow you to get the guys in if they're late getting to the table.
You mean you've yelled sub and not gotten the guy in a time or two?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah?
Big thing here is not the foul. And then you also realize on the last one-on-one from the middle of the floor, they double team LeBron. It'll be interesting to see if they do it again. It's hard to do when they have their three-point shooters in there.
Cole comes to set the screen. Deng fought over it. Now the switch with Gibson. James pitches to the corner. Battier with the clock running down. Tries to draw the contact. It's an air ball. And the quarter comes to an end.
Well, they're not going to give this Shane. Shane wanted the bump. But the rule this year is you can't jump into the man. And it depends upon how that referee is looking at that play.
Miami made a little run back after a 16-point deficit in the first half, down 17 here in the third. A couple of threes by James, who's got 33. But his team down 11 after 3.
Back in Chicago with Tom Thibodeau and coach with Derrick Rose out. How have you gotten such production from C.J. Watson and John Lucas?
Well, they've done a great job all year for us. They've been ready. CJ's coming off the ankle injury, but he's doing a great job for us right now.
How will you defend LeBron James in this decisive quarter?
Well, you just got to try to make him work for his points. He's a great player. You need your whole team, and he still has the ability to make tough plays for them.
Tom, thank you.
Thanks, Heather.
All right, Heather, fourth quarter set to begin. The Bulls lead Miami by 11, Hubie.
Yeah, Mike, Miami right now, James and Wade are 21 for 39 from the floor. The rest of the team, 5 for 24. So give Chicago a lot of credit. They're forcing the other people to miss a lot of shots, and they're not getting good looks.
Bosh across the lane on a sheet. Got the bump in the basket. Chance to get it to an 8-point play. Bosh, the only starter on the floor. Here's Thibodeau in timeout.
Keep digging, man. Hey, make sure we build this lead. Build this lead. Keep it moving. You guys moving the ball to the weak side. Good stuff. Offensive rebound. Good hustle.
Well, he just brought out a great point. Offensive rebounding has been key. They have 11
right up through their chest.
for a total of 17 points. It's been excellent.
Bosh completes the three-point play. It's an 8-point lead. Mike Tirico, Hall of Famer Hubie Brown, Heather Cox. Glad you're with us here in Chicago. The best two records in the Eastern Conference, the Bulls and the Heat. Rematch of last year's Eastern Finals. Without the MVP, Derrick Rose, Bulls have led by as many as 17 here tonight. Bulls, circles, kept the dribble alive, short of the shot. Kyle Korver for the rebound. He, Taj Gibson, along with the rookie, Jimmy Butler, Joakim Noah, the only starter, and John Lucas III starts the quarter for the Bulls. Noah came in for a sheik after a sheik gave up that three-point play to Bosh. Clock at 4. Butler.
Oh, boy. Talk about a big shot. That's a big shot, Mike. That unit, they ran that clock all the way down. Had no avenues. Absolutely nothing opened up off of 3 offensive moves.
Bosh, Battier, and Haslam up front for Miami. Cole with the ball. And James Jones. And that's a couple of fouls now here on Chicago. 80 seconds into the fourth.
Well, the one thing you do not want to do is allow Miami to get into the penalty early. And that is, Noah was trying to deny the pass into the paint and went for the steal.
And I know why Milwaukee's on your mind, because we were talking in the break. Milwaukee won again tonight.
Why they won again?
These are the teams at the top of the East, but Milwaukee's done a really good job of late, and even after their trade, they beat Cleveland by 10 tonight. This is ruled out of bounds, and they say, although the Bulls disagree, it's Miami ball.
Well, they're going to be dangerous in the second half now.
Milwaukee?
Yeah, from now to the end. I think so. They'll be fighting, and I know they gave up Bogut, and they gave up Jackson, but if Ellis can give them a good shot in the arm, and Gooden and Ilyasova can continue to keep playing like they're playing, look out.
Ersan Ilyasova has played some very good basketball this year for the Bucks, who keep pace with the Knicks. If you didn't hear the big news today, Mike D'Antoni resigned with the Knicks. The Knicks go out and beat Portland by 42.
Nice.
Inside, great hit to Butler, who's going to come back to the line after the foul on Battier.
Now, once again, they catch them on the weak side of the floor. That pass went into the corner. Battier turned his back. And once again, either Butler or Brewer moving without the ball from the weak side of the floor.
It's the fifth game. Butler has seen significant rotation minutes because of the injuries down the line. We mentioned so much adversity that he faced through the early portion of his life just to get the opportunity to play at Marquette. Here in the NBA, his short-term adversity was how difficult it was for a rookie this year, with no summer league, not a normal camp, and a rotation that was pretty set. Butler proved with defense and intangibles that there was a place for him on this Bulls team, and when called upon, he has played well. Bosh getting a great screen from Haslam inside.
Oh, bad miss.
From the Bulls, 4-on-4, no numbers for Lucas. Good job. That's a miss by Lucas. First time he's done that here tonight.
You got to wear this guy out. You got to get him the basketball because he can post up with this unit. You get the double team. He'll get the double team for you.
And a foul call on Noah at the very last second on the last switch by a patient Chris Bosh.
Mike, down on the post. Bosh, we all know, has the advantage. He's left-handed. He can get into the paint with the left-handed hook. He can throw the fadeaway, and he loves to go baseline on a spin move. Now, see, he'll draw the double team, and that will open up the three-point guys that you have on this second unit.
And as always in the fourth quarter, when you get to playoff time, of course, you get to the tight games, you watch the teams that get to the bonus early in the fourth quarter. Miami's always good at that. Already 3 fouls of the Bulls here in the fourth.
Like we said early on for Miami, when you look at them, we know that LeBron gets there almost 9 times a game. Wade close to 7, Bosh at 5. So they get there, they put so much pressure on you, and especially once you get into the last 6 minutes.
It has been a big three dominated night. The rest of the Heat are 3 of 17 from the field. Bulls by 10, 9.5 to go in the fourth. Butler put it on the deck.
Nice.
Gets it to Lucas for 3.
Sorry.
Last couple of shots.
Good movement, excellent ball movement, and you got a perfect look for a guy who's having an excellent three-point shooting night.
Wade came back in at stoppage for the free throws. Dwayne has 17 on 17 shots.
Yeah, he wanted a one-on-one situation there.
Come back to Bosh, with Butler primarily guarded. No, rebound by Jimmy Butler. He's in every place he needs to be.
I like what we saw there. Noah came right over to help out, played a little zone, and when Bosh looked over his shoulder, he saw that. So, unfortunately, they didn't get a good look at the basket.
Gibson travel. We'll have a timeout here under 9. The Heat playing second of a back-to-back. Lost in overtime last night. Trying to come back in Chicago tonight. Well, you're used to LeBron being the top scorer for his team. You're not used to John Lucas III doing that for the Bulls, but that's what they are here in this 10-point game. Now, the first time they met in the regular season, those two grabbed the headlines for different reasons. It was LeBron with the alley-oop dunk soaring over John Lucas III. That was shown over and over and over. Lucas was on the early part of the season and getting settled in with the Bulls as the backup role for Derrick Rose became a bit more prominent with all the C.J. Watson injuries. Well, here he is, Lucas, tonight, making a name against the Heat for a different reason. A solid 11-point game. Wade smoothly into a jumper. That was a soft touch for two.
I like what they did there. They played two-man on one side, and they set up a double screen on the right side for LeBron. He could either come high to the foul line or go baseline. Good trap.
They'll stay down here with the Bulls. Let's listen to Spoelstra in the last timeout.
You guys, it's an 11-point game, okay? We're right there. We got to win all the toughness battles.
That's the hustle stuff, and they've been out-hustled for a good part of the night.
Yeah, well, they've lost the second chance points in the fast break game. There's no doubt about that. But I like what I just saw over there. They're going to try to trap anytime out on the wing area before that ball gets into the corner or the post.
Dang gallops to the basket. Gibson rebounded it, but it's a shot clock violation as it never touched the rim, and good defense by the Heat. Down 8, they get the ball at the 8-minute mark.
See, once again, you go Dang off the dribble, frees himself. The rotation is there, shot goes up, and then Chicago keeps the ball alive. And unfortunately for them, they could not come up with a shot attempt.
Deng has missed 8 of his 11 shots in his first game back after the left wrist injury.
Yeah, I like this. See, they're running LeBron on the baseline off that double screen.
The ISO for James, who's got 33. Wade travels at the top.
I'm surprised that Wade did that. Mainly because as soon as LeBron threw it out, he called for it back because he reposted. And that's what smart post guys do. They don't like their balance. They kick it out and then they repost.
Carlos Boozer comes back as Chicago goes to its starting 5 except for the man with the ball, Lucas. C.J. Watson got the start for the injured Derrick Rose tonight at the point. 3 from Lucas. His third 3 of the night. He has 16.
I just love his heart here tonight because he's 3 for 4 and 3. But the main thing is that he wants the shot, Mike.
Yeah, right.
He came off of that. The defender wasn't there on the post man. And then what happens? He's looking to score the ball.
Noah's got LeBron here. A step back for James. He can't get it to go.
Yeah, I like that. I like the fact that LeBron's having a tough night off the dribble. Tough night off the dribble getting to the paint.
The early nights that Derrick Rose was out, Lucas had a star game, 25, his career high against Washington. On the runner, got bumped there, but it's going to be called on the pass. Foul called on the pass here, not on the shot.
Now keep an eye on this screen. Now you're going to see he called for the screen. Now if you're not going to come up on me, but I'm going to shoot that jumper right in your face. He has an excellent three-point and an excellent mid-range jump shooting game. This league, if you're a small guard, you have to be able to finish and take contact. If you don't have that, you've got to have a super stop quick and that mid-range floater jump shot.
Screen with Boozer, LeBron out there on the trap, trying to get a timeout. Travel called before the trap.
Watch the technical here now. Come on, you can't give away 3 points. Remember we tell you, Miami is an excellent trapping team. They've been trapping in the corners at half court, and they're also trapping foul line extended on the sideline.
Saw Lucas then yell, the official Wade an outside 3 is good, and it's an 8-point game again with 6:22 to go.
He's always dangerous. He's having an excellent shooting year from the floor at 51, but and 3-point, he's shooting 15%.
Yeah, it was just his 6th three-pointer. Has not taken many this year. Both he and James have cut that significantly back. Dang, back to 10, halfway through the 4th.
Well, you want your key guys. You want Boozer and Deng to step up here and take the pressure off the other people.
Remember, Wade went a long time before he made a 3 this year. James Jones has shot a whole bunch of them and shot them well. Watch over Boozer. Rebounded by Deng. There were 4 white shirts waiting for the ball to come down.
Yeah, well, you know, Bosch has been off the front of the rim on a ton of shots here tonight.
3 of 15, timeout Bulls with 5:35 to go. The Chicago Bulls with a chance to even the season series and get a win over Miami without Derrick Rose, the MVP. Give the Heat to get him a 10-point hole past the halfway point of the fourth quarter, trying to avoid back-to-back losses. Monday night, starting 7 Eastern, ESPN, ESPN3. Also streaming live, watch ESPN.com and that Watch ESPN app. And a timeout. Lucas on a runner.
You have to love it. Come on. Off the glass from the front of the rim. As you're slipping and going down, you have the touch to put it up off the glass and bang it in.
7 of 9 from the field. Wade got fouled by Brewer. Grimaces in pain and a chance for the three-point play.
His third, fourth team foul.
Big thing right here is watch down in the load on that baseline cut. They run that for Wade on the left side of the lane, and on the right side of the lane when they play two-man, you have to watch for LeBron coming off of a double screen. He can either come off to the foul line or he can come and swing underneath on the baseline. Put a lot of pressure on.
7 in the quarter, 7 in a row for Wade. It's the free throw. The number's 10 as we hit the 5-minute mark. Lucas guarded by Norris Cole, who's in now at the point instead of Chalmers.
Yeah, see, they're staying at home on Culver.
Wow.
Can you believe? Come on.
20-point night for Lucas on 8 of 10 shooting.
This is just great. It's great to watch.
Richard Hamilton with a bum shoulder and Derrick Rose with the groin injury on the bench. The starting backcourt for the Bulls. Away from the action, we have a whistle and a foul that's going to put the Bulls over the limit.
Now just watch this, John Lucas, as he goes down the lane, right there, he gets hit right in the lower part of the body. And on this one, this is just great. He's going down in there, and then he has the presence to put it up softly. He has a beautiful soft shot.
Approaching that game against Milwaukee where he played 45 minutes when Derrick Rose was out and scored those 25 points. And there are his numbers tonight. And Lucas has been playing the backup point with Watson hurt the last couple of games. CJ came back off the ankle injury tonight. Lucas backing him up and looks like he'll close the game.
I thought his interview at halftime with Heather was outstanding. When he explained that, hey, we all know our roles here, right? And we love the coaching staff. Coaching staff sets us up. And so it was great because everyone here buys into what they're doing.
One of the reasons Tom Thibodeau, 97 and 29. In his first 2 seasons here coaching Chicago, Thibodeau's across the midcourt line trying to get the play called just right.
You're testing the clock now.
Over James, got it!
Oh, baby.
John Lucas III is feeling it here tonight.
The people are loving it. What a great fadeaway.
Now he's taking on LeBron. Wade in the lane. Another one for Dwayne. He's had a great run here. He's had the last 11 points for Miami. And the fans just want Lucas to get it in his clear space, and that James has switched on him. So the fans recognize it, and they come to their feet here. Lucas sees Bosch and James. Shot clock at 6. Brewer. Dang a 3. Well short.
Pressure Miami now. You gotta get a high percentage shot here.
James attacks, coming across so smoothly. 35 from LeBron and a timeout Chicago.
Yeah, give Thibodeau a lot of credit here. He's calling timeout because they're scoring too fast.
I'm laughing because Thibodeau just looked at Scott Wall and he said, what do you want, a 20 or a full? He said, I want a foul.
That is it. Because they are coming down the floor, Miami, and scoring quickly. This is a great fadeaway by Lucas as the clock is going down, up over LeBron. Just watch the fade. He's given LeBron a little taste of what he did to Deng in that first quarter.
Right. And the story has been John Lucas III, who has 22, 10 more than any other Bull on this night without Derrick Rose.
I like that. That was by surprise. See, it took them right out of the play that they were running, and they're taking precious time off the clock.
Shot clock at 7. Brewer, tight bounce to Noah. Nice finish inside.
What a great pass by Ronnie Brewer with the clock down. That was beautiful. Thread the needle. And I like Noah moving well without the ball.
Lead is 10. Wade and James have 63 of the Miami points. Dwayne across the lane. Tough release for 2.
How about that for an off-balance shot? He elevated off the wrong leg and then had the presence to throw up a soft shot with the left hand.
Both over 30 here tonight. Korver cut back door. Battier was waiting, and James took it away. Wade ahead of the field. No one chasing. Down to 6. Timeout Bulls.
Great defense by LeBron James. Because as soon as he saw that play go down to the left side of the floor, LeBron James headed right for that corner to intercept that long pass. That where the guy is.
Hubie, great defense. They have so many good defensive players here on this Miami team. They combine there for a turnover.
Well, LeBron James is, 6th in the league in steals, and he just plays the passing lane. Now, beautiful bounce pass. Now, Korver just throws a blind pass. LeBron read that one all the way. Ends up in an uncontested layup at this end of the floor.
And Shane Battier, too, coming over on his rotation. You always talk about the rotations of the defensive players. He showed up in Korver's face and forced that blind pass as LeBron, a future Hall of Famer, talks with Hall of Famer Scottie Pippen on the side.
Main thing right now is that the Bulls have got to understand Miami can trap you and trap you hard. They have 2 fouls to give before the penalty. And the big king right now is that Chicago only has 1 full timeout left.
LeBron, who will take the big defensive assignment as the game gets tight, taking Lucas. Brewer spun Battier. Tough release. Coming down the lane for 2.
There they are. #1 offensive rebounding team in the league. Once again, you go drive and shoot. You rotate over. Noah on the glass.
James trying to hit the back door with Wade. It was cut off by Deng. Miami ball.
Now just keep an eye to the right of your screen. It's a strong move by Brewer. Battier gets him on the hand, but see on the opposite side, Noah does a terrific job of rotating in.
Side of 2, it's Wade. So Wade and James have 69 points. 35 for LeBron, 34 for Dwayne.
You're Chicago. You got to be prepared for getting bumped now. You can't be grinding. You have to go strong, and you have to be able to take the traps without turning it over.
Tough pass inside. It's kicked. That'll reset the shot clock to 14. Hubie, the one thing about LeBron, and we saw it in the Eastern Finals when he took Derrick Rose late in the game, he'll go where he needs to, and Spoelstra has put him on John Lucas III, the hot guy here tonight. He guards 1s, 2s, 3s. We saw him against Gasol in the hole a few weeks ago against the Lakers. End of the game.
And the big thing is, he wants that. He wants the challenge. You got plenty of time here now. You got a break there by the kick. So you see they're giving you a little of the look of the trap.
Noah wasn't looking. Lucas got it back. Shot clock at 3. A Korver 3 is no good. The fight inside comes to James.
Big thing now is just don't give up an easy shot, especially at 3.
Wade step back. Got it. Dwayne Wade. Only 1 timeout left for the Bulls.
Right.
A 4-point game.
That was just a terrific play. Wade play in this 4th quarter is off the chart.
Miami's hit its last 7 field goals.
Lucas has got to watch the trap right here. See, you bring that guy up for the screen, you're bringing up a defender.
And Noah's ending up getting it with 10 seconds and in trouble here. Thibodeau's thinking about a timeout. He's only got 1. Clock at 4. It is a 3 from Lucas.
No.
Shot clock violation. And out of bounds. It went out before the buzzer. Heat ball. 4 points. 58.5 left.
All right, big thing now, your Chicago Bulls, you know if you foul, it's 2 shots. The main thing now is good, solid defense.
Jimmy Butler comes in for the Bulls.
Nice
For
take
Kyle
down,
Korver. Yep. So the rookie Butler comes in. A little quicker player. Well, these are the most significant minutes he's played. Wade has 19 in the quarter, Hubie. Miami's hit its last 7 shots.
And they've been very tough shots. The majority of the shots have been outside of 15 feet.
James maximized the time. Wade off the curl. Heat down 4. Wade stepping back. Here's 3. Off the heel. Rebound, Jang, Chicago.
Big rebound.
Miami still foul to give here. Down the stretch.
Yep, big thing now. Just spread them out.
Yep.
Spread them out.
Don't foul because we'll reset the clock to 14. Huge possession here up 4. Jang dribbles with that injured left hand. Butler, the rookie, big shot. Rebound, Brewer. Foul by Battier.
Now, once again, people say, why do you make such a big point about them on second chance point? Another offensive rebound. Your defense did a great job. They take a bad percentage shot, and what happens? They get the rebound and they get fouled. Fine, they take it out on the side, that's okay. Next foul will be shooting a penalty.
That's right, because there's 18.9 left, so it's Bulls ball out of bounds. And they'll go for the steal or foul here on Miami's defensive effort.
You got to stop the clock, Mike.
If not the immediate steal, they'll give it.
C.J. Watson.
C.J. Watson comes in for Jimmy Butler.
Another ball handler, and a good foul shooter. Hey, but I'll tell you, Butler's a good foul shooter.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Very
he's
foul.
strong shooter.
A pass to the backcourt being defended by Wade on Dang.
Yeah, this gives you more room to operate.
Watson gets it to Korver. They foul him second time through. And now the free throws come with 17.2 to go.
I'm just going to say something now that you're trying to tell your players. Don't hold the ball and get fouled, all right? Move the ball. If you can make a pass, make the pass. Why? Because now the clock has stopped, putting pressure on you to go to the line and make 2. Whereas if you pass the ball back out, which you had an opportunity to do, and you rotate the ball, more time goes off the clock.
Korver missed one pressure free throw in the game Monday against the Knicks, but he makes that one there.
That's right.
Outstanding shooter. He's now 41 of 49 on the season at the line. Doesn't get there often with his jump shooting game. Miami's still 3 timeouts, so they'll take one and advance it. Make or miss. It's a make. It's a 6-point Bulls lead with 17.2 to go.
Full timeout.
Full timeout taken by Eric Spoelstra and the Heat. As Dwayne Wade talks Dave Fizdale, one of the assistants for the Heat. What would this win for the Bulls mean without Derrick Rose?
Oh, come on, Mike. It's just a big team win. It's a team win. And the people just love the effort. So what it is, it's endorsing what you're made of. Defense, camaraderie, guys coming off the bench, guys who are 11 and 12 stepping in major roles. John Lucas, what he did here tonight is just absolutely beautiful. And he's led the team with inspiration, making every big shot with the clock down.
And no fear.
No fear at all, Mike.
Right.
Looking for the shot. Right. Absolutely wanting the shots.
And how rare that is for a guy who truly is your third-string point guard, because it's Rose who plays heavy minutes, and then C.J. Watson has been injured, and this shot over LeBron brought them to their feet here in the United Center tonight.
Big thing right now, remember, when they take the ball out of bounds, be careful, number 1, of the guy who is making the inbound pass. Don't let him make a pass and step in and they come right back to him, because they have a number of big-time three-point shooters, and Battier will probably take it out, either he or Jones, and both of them are outstanding 40+% three-point shooting guys.
Despite Battier being in a slump, missing his last 12 three-pointers, Eric Spoelstra has told him, you got to keep shooting. We're going to need you to make them. There he is out of the corner. Tight defense, Taj Gibson waiting for James to come from the top. There's Jones. The 3 is good. 10 seconds left, 3-point game. And the Bulls will take a timeout so they can advance it and inbound in the front court.
Now, you would say, wow, they had Jones and Battier in there. Well, Jones took the ball out of bounds. His man, Brewer, looked to double team, and then when they got it in, they come right back to Jones out on the perimeter. They set a screen for him, and here he comes out. Now, this is a tough shot.
Yeah.
This is a tough shot, but this young guy, throughout his career, has been a high percentage shooter, and especially under pressure.
You think when he was a rookie, Hubie, it's hard to believe it's his 9th year already in the league. He was in Indiana, spent a lot of time with Reggie Miller, and Reggie really kind of honed him in, not just on stroke, but on mentality of a shooter. And he's continued that Phoenix and Portland and his time here with Miami. 3-point game, no timeouts for the Bulls, which is...
This is critical.
As somebody would say, the most important thing is you must get it in here.
Got to get it in. That's exactly right. You've heard that before, okay? And the big thing is, like we said, pass the basketball if they double team you in any situation.
It's Watson to inbound, trying to get to Korver. In trouble, in trouble. It's deflected out of bounds off the hands of Battier or Wade. With just a couple of tenths of a second coming off.
Wait a second. Did this look like a rugby game right here?
Oh, wait.
I thought the ball was off of Korver.
Absolutely,
right.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely is right.
No go over to check on it. And Korver's fouled with 9 seconds remaining.
Korver was fouled 7 times on the previous play coming to the bound. Now just watch it. It goes off Korver's hands out of bounds right there.
No doubt.
Ball went out of bounds there off of Korver. That's what Battier was complaining about.
And then Battier was called for the foul over here. 0.6 of a second in. Spoelstra in disbelief. Almost taking off his jacket here. He's so upset. He's pulling on the lapels of the jacket, walking away from Eddie Rush. Bulls are 20 of 22 at the line. Korver's made all 5.
This is what we mean by a specialist. This guy is a great specialist. He's a high percentage free throw shooter. He's a high percentage three-point shooter and well as foul line shooter. And he wants the ball under pressure.
Made them both. The lead is 5, 9 seconds left. Miami still has 1 timeout left. Now, Hubie, I would imagine here, Tom Thibodeau, in the 22nd, can you cover the multiple things of your defense on this end, and then since you have no timeouts, your plan for if they score?
Big thing, we saw them the other night. When that happened at the end of the game, they sent the guy long, and they made the long pass, and they caught the Knicks with 5 defenders up from the foul line down. So, but right now the key is no quick three-point shot. Do not foul a jump shooter. Do not foul a jump shooter. And even if they make the shot, so what? Now we take the ball out of bounds. He gives his formation that he practices every day or at least once or twice a week.
Yeah, so for the fans at home, you have enough time to cover both of those things in this timeout.
Yeah, but this team is very organized.
Right,
They're one of the most organized teams in the league. And he'll call a formation, and it will go right to the formation. Big thing right now is do not foul a three-point shooter. And watch, Korver's got to stay with Battier once Battier makes the pass.
James looking, whips it to Jones, quick triple, good!
There it is.
2-point game, James Jones in 2. Brewer looking, Lucas comes to the ball, and the guy who's had the big night is going to come to the free throw line with 6 seconds left, and if he splits the pair, Miami's going to have a chance to tie.
How about this guy? How about Jones? Is that great or what?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a guy who's been sitting most of the night, and he comes into the game here and makes 2 incredible shots.
The only 2 shots he's taken all night.
That's right. And it's just beautiful because they set him up with down screens, and then not only does he make the shot, but the clock hardly moves. And then Noah and the other defender collided, and they could not cover the shot.
Lucas has not been to the line often this season. Just 15 of 18, including the one he's made tonight. He has 2 here in a 2-point game with 6 seconds left.
They can't go to sleep.
Miami subs in with Butler and Brewer. One last timeout for the Heat.
Big thing right now, pressure on Miami. If Lucas misses, you have got to get the rebound.
Hit them both. He's had a massive night. 24, one shy of his career high that he had earlier this year in another game when Derrick Rose was out. And they've gotten 35 points, Hubie, from their point guards, Watson and Lucas tonight.
We talk about knowing your job, leading the rest of the guys with inspiration. Deng and Boozer, your second and third leading scorers to Rose, did not have great nights.
No.
Right? And then what happened, the bench, led by John Lucas, controlled this game for them from points, execution, shot blocking, and then second chance rebounding.
You see the bench story tonight, led mainly by Lucas, but also Corver 12, Butler and Gibson 8. They're the point guards. So we have 6 seconds left. Both teams are out of timeouts. It's a 4-point lead. And Chicago has Deng, Noah, Corver, and Brewer out there defensively. Batty a trigger.
Big thing now, just do not foul a shooter.
James pumps the three, takes the three. Off the rim, no. Rebound by Brewer, and the Bulls win. Without their MVP, a guy who has done the circuitous route of developmental leagues and overseas, John Lucas gets a great ovation from the Chicago crowd for leading his team to a win over the reigning Eastern champs and handing Miami a second consecutive loss. And more importantly, in the big picture, the Bulls lead the Heat by 2 in the loss column. The season is now down to 21 games. On the Bulls' end, there he is on the bench with the reaction as the clock ran down. Career high came in the first game that Derrick Rose missed with an injury. He had 25. Tonight he had 24 in 27 minutes. Heather Cox will interview John Lucas. Hubie and I will be back to recap this game on SportsCenter coming up momentarily. Have great NBA stories as well, all the highlights, the firing in New York, the talk around the trade deadline, big free agency news in the NFL, and the college basketball tournament continues. All coming up on SportsCenter starting now.